Hey everyone, and welcome to
Sister to Sister Nationwide Girl Talk.
I'm your host, Francesca Mirabella.
Your host, Margaret Green.
Your host, Kristen Hairston.
Your host, Michelle Vaughn.
Your host, Mona Sede.
And today's topic is, I'm jealous of her and I don't know why.
Oh my God. We understand that this is a topic among women that is so prevalent today. A lot of women are so jealous and envious of one another, and we don't even know why. I mean, like, where does that stem from? I mean, it's okay, I guess, to have a little bit of jealousy, okay? But come on, it's hindering friendships, it's hindering sisters. So what's the problem?
Well, I think that a lot of it stems from yourself within. A lot of times we feel like we don't know who we are. We not necessarily feel like, but we don't know who we are, and we don't know what we can have. And so we're looking at the next person, wishing I can have that, or why do they have that and I don't? And we don't realize that what they went through is probably why they have what they have. And you yourself have a story. You yourself have a different anointing and different pain, which is going to bring through these things, but we don't look at ourselves. And we just look at other people.
No, that's definitely true. And I feel like oftentimes the society makes you believe that you have to be perfect. And we give you an image of a certain type of person that you need to be.
It's true.
And because of that, you're constantly comparing yourself to others and not realizing that you're imperfect, but you're still perfect. And something that you have, something that you have, someone else doesn't. But sometimes they have something that you don't. But that's okay.
Right.
Yeah. Totally, I agree.
I think that when you first start looking in the mirror, you realize, okay, now I can really love myself. And you need to figure out things that you find in yourself, like you were saying. I think that it's so easy to compare with social media, Instagram, all these things. Girls aren't going to post the pictures when, they're crying because of something terrible happening in their lives. They're going to post, oh, look at these new shoes, look at this, my hair is done, look at this, but that's not the truth. And everyone's carrying struggles, and I think that once you look past that, and once you learn to accept yourself for who you are, that jealousy, that feeling, because no one likes to feel that. Everyone feels that, that just gut feeling, whether it be, with a guy or with a girl, whatever that may be, no one wants to feel that, and you are ultimately in control of that feeling, even the way you feel.
And I think a lot of it stems from insecurity.
Yes.
The insecurities that we have amongst ourselves. Okay, we may be insecure about our skin color, the length of our hair, the color of our eyes, our shape, our height, everything. We as women, we go through a lot of insecurities. Okay, we are our worst critic. Okay, but when we see other women that have what we want, or maybe look the way that we want to look, immediately we're upset and we're angry. And now it portrays that hate. Now we don't like that girl, okay? When she walks past, we won't speak, we'll go the other way. Or we'll even hold side conversations about it. We don't even know, she has a weave. But really, it's her real hair, You just make it some weave. Yes. She got Brazilian hair. I know that's not real.
Right. Yeah. I see something wrong.
And we find the flaws in her because of the flaws that we possess within.
That's true.
So where do we come to a point that says, hey, I need help with this? What actions are, how do we identify with that? Those
Jealousy feelings.
Yes, jealousy feelings. So when do we realize, hey, I need help with this? Because it's not just that little bit of jealousy that we're all born with, but now it's envy.
I think when you realize that it's hurting yourself more than it's hurting the other person, you being jealous of another person, they don't care. They're going on with their life. Exactly. They don't know, and you don't know the friendships you're missing out on. You don't know the opportunities that you're missing out on.
Yeah.
And I think that when you realize that those feelings are only negative towards yourself, they're not doing anything to anyone else.
Or even kind of the other end of that is, how are you making yourself feel? Like by saying, okay, you have this picture on Instagram, you're looking at his new girlfriend. Oh, I hope she's not cuter than me. Is she asking your friend, is she cuter? And she's like, oh no. Okay, so now you're feeling good because you think this other person is not better than you.
Right.
So, you have to check yourself and check your motives. And if you are honest with yourself on how you're feeling, that you can, the first step is recognizing it.
Exactly. That's totally going to mimic that is identifying the problem or the issue. And that is, it ain't them. Let's be honest. It's not them. It's you. You have to identify that problem and that issue. And it's normally a silent one. Kind of, you're envious and you're envious and you're counting someone else's blessings. You're looking and you're judging. So I think identifying that issue, is definitely
Well, if you can't be honest with yourself and admit the fact that every one of us has some kind of insecurity, if you can't be honest with yourself, you can't be honest with others, and then you're just trying to pull this role that I'm not insecure, I'm not insecure, but that's not what it is.
And everyone is. No one's perfect.
Yeah,
I mean, I know I've dealt with insecurity. I know I've dealt with jealousy, even amongst my friends, people that I, held dear to myself. I have found myself being jealous because maybe I see them in the way that I want to be, and I'm not there yet. And I have to realize that, everyone has their own path. Everyone has their time. What's for you is for you, and it will happen in its time. But right now, it may not be your time. And just sit and wait.
Be patient. And definitely, like, sometimes when I start paying attention to the jealousy signs that I was, or the jealousy that I was dealing with, and then I started listening to myself. What's your like when I really started to pay attention to it and started not, when you recognize it, then I started okay, don't say it. Why do you feel like saying it? So I definitely realized that I thought of some really interesting stuff about someone for no reason.
It's really interesting.
Yeah, why? Why? I mean,
So thank you for tuning in. We will be right back. We will go for a short break, and when we return, we will discuss how to overcome jealousy.
That it has raised global attention to the continual abuses of police on us.
They are on sale along with the aprons.
Welcome back to Sister to Sister Nationwide Girl Talk. I'm Kristen Hairston, and if you're wondering where we are at this awesome boutique.
Beautiful.
Refresh Boutique. And this is a great boutique because they actually work with the Adoptive Care Coalition, and they help provide clothing and permanent housing for foster kids. That is awesome.
I mean, it is a wonderful thing. I mean, I just thank God for places like this. So I remember when I was in foster care and different group homes and stuff like that, organizations such as these provided housing and resources and clothing. Oh my God, the clothing in here is awesome, beautiful.
Decently priced.
Yes, deeply discounted.
That's
Okay?
more than what
That's very important. That's
Yes.
very
Well
important.
worth
How
it.
beautiful these dresses are.
For sure. It's a very nice.
Yeah, so if you're in the St. Louis area, make sure to check out Refresh Boutique.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So before we went to break, we were talking about I'm jealous of her and I don't know why. And so now we're going to talk about overcoming, jealousy. And so for me, it's looking in the mirror and noticing who you are, just talking to yourself, telling yourself, hey, I'm beautiful. I'm an overcomer. I'm an overachiever. You know, well, that's what works for me. You know, I talk to myself. I get up in the morning and I say, hey, Margaret, you're beautiful today. How are you? Do you answer that? Do you answer yourself? No, I don't answer myself. But it's important to tell yourself, to encourage yourself. In the Bible, it states that David encouraged himself in the Lord. And so, but that's my testimony. You know, I encourage myself because a lot of times you may not have people around you to do so. But if you don't encourage yourself, you know, and know who you are and identify that, you know, identify all the traits and beautiful, you know, things that you have going for yourself, you know, no one else will. So you always look at that other woman and be jealous or envious. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And for me, I know that I had to really find my identity in Christ because I realized that I'm going to always come up short. I come up short, and the only thing that is going to make me feel like I am worth it is what God has told me that I am. You know, realizing that He has already laid out in His Word those things that we struggle with. He talks about that, like you said. And so I had to really find my identity in Christ and keep a friend around me that keeps me accountable. Because that's her. She keeps me accountable like all the time. Because like sometimes I'm not real. I don't realize that I'm being jealous, and I need that person to say, "Hey, accountability, right?" You know, and let me tell you, yes, and you have to realize when people are talking and telling you these things, you have to listen because everybody's not hating. Everybody ain't hating on you. I'm telling you. Sometimes they're telling you the truth. So you know, but listen to that accountability partner, though. Yes. You know what I mean? Keep those people around you that really, really care about you.
Sure. Like the people who keep it real with you.
Right.
Keep it real with you. Sometimes,
like Mona from Finland. Oh my God.
Honest.
Yes. You guys are here. No, but really, like it's so important because like not only that you're real with yourself, but it's important to have those people who are real with you, and because sometimes I feel like when someone is telling you this, you know, I think you were saying like we take it as an offense when it actually is the truth, and sometimes you know the truth is gonna step on your toes before it's gonna help you. Yeah, exactly, and it's a challenge, so it's better to look at it as a challenge. Sometimes the challenge can be uncomfortable. But when you overcome that, you're going to grow as a person.
Right.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Beautiful.
Came from my heart.
I love it.
Right here.
I think what I'm kind of wondering is whatever happened to just kind of like bringing each other up. You know, I feel like it's always a competition and it's always a comparing game and yeah, of course. And I think that once you learn that it's all about bringing each other up, you feel so much better once you realize that there's never going to be another Francesca Mirabella. There's never going to be another me. There's never going to be another Margaret Green. And once you realize that you just have to rock what you have. You have to own you. You know, you have to just be you because that's all you can. You know.
And Hans, is that how you say it? And Hans? How do you say it? Enhance.
That's why we love Mona.
I'm always asking, is that right? I chose the wrong.
It's okay, guys. She's from Finland.
But you were saying enhance.
Enhance the parts in you that are your strengths, and don't try to put others down, and try to give compliments to other people's strengths. And
I was just gonna say, like, praying for the other person. Like, when you find yourself getting ready to talk about somebody, or you find yourself just like trying to nitpick at little stuff, okay, let me check myself. I'm gonna pray for her. I'm gonna pray because you don't know what she's dealing with.
Yeah, everybody's dealing with
something.
I really want to mimic that, especially because instead of lashing out, hurt people. So if you're dealing with your own insecurities, your natural instinct is to kind of, you know, those okay, we know what we're talking about. We're women, let's be honest.
Right.
Emotional. So if you're hurt and you're dealing with your own insecurities, your natural instinct is to go ahead and lash out. But I love that before you speak, because you can't take those back. And you're right, Mona. You don't know what they're going through. So before you open up your mouth and tear down someone else, deal with deal with that insecurity, and definitely, most definitely about that. Or especially if someone's getting on your nerves.
Yeah.
Again, let's be honest. I mean, we're not all perfect. We're all imperfect, but that's what makes us unique.
Right.
If someone's getting on your nerves, maybe pray about that and get that out.
So we're going to go ahead and cut to another commercial. When we come back, we're just going to talk a little bit more about overcoming jealousy, and we just want to hear from you. We want to hear from our audience. What do you feel? Go ahead, whatever question you have, go ahead and submit it to us. nationwidegirltalk@gmail.com. We want to hear from you.
Yes.
Ferguson 1000 is a proud supporter of Dynasty Television.
Kids play. Kids interact. Kids learn. We value those traits in kids. That's why we offer family-oriented card games, beautifully illustrated multiple series books, room decorating posters, all in an effort to help unleash the true potential of our children's learning and to further encourage their imagination. Brought to you by I See Me. Visit iseeme.com.
At the Witherspoon Law Group, we thank God for waking us up every day. But we don't just thank God for waking us up. We thank Him for giving us good health. We strap our boots on like everybody else, and we go to work to help people who've been injured.
At the Witherspoon Law Group, the client comes first.
We will fight for you.
I will fight for you.
I will put you first.
I believe we will win.
I believe that we will win. The Witherspoon Law Group is a wrongful death law firm. We've helped families throughout the country during their most difficult time. And if you've lost someone as a result of another person or another company's negligence, contact the Witherspoon Law Group. We're here during your time of need.
I knew you when I had a friend. Very deeply, love lived within. But somehow we got loose from what was oh so tight. Somewhere we went wrong when we were oh so right.
You've been injured in an auto accident?
A drunk driver actually hit my car, and so it caused my hip to be twerked, and I sought out the office of Dr. Mark Holland to help me with that. I recommend Dr. Holland definitely to everybody. He's going to make sure everything is right and put you back together.
Recently been involved in a car accident? You may qualify for a free $25 Visa gas card. Call Greater St. Louis Accident and Injury Centers today. 314-588-9100.
Hi, welcome back to Sister Nationwide Girl Talk. I'm Michelle. We were in deep conversation about how we overcome jealousy. So now we're going to kind of transition to encouraging one another. That's important, and I think it's important to encourage each other and say out loud those good things about each other.
Sure.
Just to remind
exactly, and just to remind others about those good things that they have. And actually, what I've always liked about you, Michelle, you're just one of the most patient listeners, and just in general, just
I agree.
just so patient.
Yes.
And it's like, even when you disagree with someone, you just patiently listen, and I think that's admirable, and I think we need more of that in this world.
Oh boy. I agree. Kristen, one thing I actually really admire about you too is the fact that you're so genuine. Everything that you say, you can really tell it comes from the heart, you know, and either whether it be experience or whatever, you can just tell that it's real.
Well, I mean, I love all you girls, but Margaret, what I really like about you is the fact that you are so resilient. Your tenacity is phenomenal. Like, if I could just have a piece of that tenacity, I would be okay. So I just admire that about you. You're strong.
Well, Francesca, I mean, from the first time I saw you, I'm like, oh my God, that girl knows who she is. You know, I totally admire that. You know, it's not a lot of women who know who they are.
Yeah.
And you're still struggling with finding them. And so you're definitely a jewel. And I just thank God for you, you know, and I just encourage you, girl, keep going, girl, you got it. So, we're out of time. That's all for our show today. I just encourage every last woman, girl out there, know who you are. Know that you're beautiful inside and out. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter, you know, who said this or who said that. You're beautiful. And I just want to decree and declare right now over your life that you're able to make it. You're able to overcome no matter what the situation is. Okay, so we're out of time. That's it, girls. Yes. So visit us on. You can also check us out on Facebook at Sister to Sister Nationwide Girl Talk, or you can visit us on www.Dynasty Network. That's it. www.The Dynasty And like I said, submit all your questions to nationwidegirltalk@gmail.com.
Saturday, February the 6th at the Sun Theater, the David Peaston Foundation presents the Distinguished Gents 10th Anniversary Concert. The Distinguished Gents, Jeff Radford, Jermaine Smith, Norman Owens, Willie Kilpatrick, Shadrack Robinson, Jan Strickland, and David Peaston. It's the Distinguished Gents 10th Anniversary Concert with special guest Shirley Murdoch.
I love me better than that.
With her unique blend of jazz, scatting, and church runs, she has a sound that touches your soul. Shirley Murdoch. The Distinguished Gents 10th Anniversary Concert with Shirley Murdoch, Saturday, February the 6th at the Sun Theater. Tickets are available at the Transformation Bookstore or the Progressive Emporium and Education Center. For more information, call 629-7901. That's 629-7901.
Hi, my name is Barry Wentworth. I always get voted class nerd every year. Invariably, inevitably, and undeniably, it's unfortunately true.
We'll still vote for you for biggest class nerd. You got that in the bag.
We don't need to be like them. We need to annihilate them.
Well, we kind of sort of want to be like them.
Yeah, if we were more like them, they probably wouldn't steal our food at Pizza Day.
Or trip us in the hallway.
Or make us do their homework.
Guys, snap out of it, snap out of it. We're nerds. We're smarter than them. We can beat them at their own game. All we gotta do is go in Mr. Johnson's office, you know, get the keys.
There it is. Go get him, Leonard.
Oh, he's fucking right at me. You know Mr. Johnson's crazy.
They went that way.
Not so fast, Sneaky Geek. What do you think you're doing?
Just leaving.
Welcome to the dark side, nerd. I didn't think you had it in you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to detention.
This is detention! This is dodgeball! Get him!
Have you been injured in an auto accident?
I came to Dr. Holland's office because I was in a car accident. My neck and my upper back were very sore and tender. I didn't have full motion of my shoulders. I do now. I would definitely recommend Dr. Holland and his team to other patients that are suffering.
Recently been involved in a car accident? You may qualify for a free $25 Visa gas card. Call Greater St. Louis Accident and Injury Centers today. 314-588-9100.